Hey guys, Dr. TJN here. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any of these events. Trust me, you're gonna want to catch every single one. Alright, listen. I saved 12 hours last week using AI in my practice. Not by seeing more patients, not by working weekends, actually by working less. And here's the crazy part. You don't have to become some tech genius to do the exact same thing. See, I have a computer science background, a business major background, and I'm building AI automations every single day for private practices. So that's my job. I figure out this tech stuff so you don't have to. So if you're drowning in admin work, second guessing your numbers, or you can't keep up with marketing, this video is going to show you exactly how to augment your practice with AI without spending months learning code or something. 2 years ago, my evenings looked like this. 2 to 3 hours of admin work, writing policies, drafting patient emails, creating handouts, staring at spreadsheets, trying to figure out what was actually working. But now, most of that takes me just 20 minutes total. So does that sound too good to be true? It's not. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Here's what changed. I stopped trying to do everything manually and started delegating to AI the same way I delegated to my team. Look, AI in medicine isn't about robots replacing doctors. That's really Hollywood garbage. It's about augmentation. It's about using intelligent tools to handle the repetitive, soul-crushing work that doesn't require your clinical judgment or expertise or human empathy. So think of it like this. You wouldn't do your own medical billing by hand when software can do it faster and more accurately, right? So that would be insane. AI is the exact same principle, just applied to admin, data analysis, marketing, and patient communication. The doctors who get this, who learn to leverage AI as a practice partner, they're going to run the most efficient, profitable practices over the next 5 years, maybe sooner. But the ones who don't, they're going to be left behind. And the best part, you don't need to understand how it works under the hood. You just need to know what to use it for and when. So let me break it down. 3 massive problems every private practice owner faces, and the AI solutions that actually work. So let's go rapid fire. Problem number 1, you're drowning in administrative busy work. So let me guess what your week looked like. Writing patient emails, drafting policies, creating consent forms or modifying consent forms, documenting protocols for your team, summarizing reports, all that, right? All the stuff doesn't require a medical degree, but somehow ends up on your plate anyway. And I want to ask yourself, are you a doctor or glorified secretary? Seriously. Here's what I do instead. I use ChatGPT and Google Gemini to handle most of this in seconds. Let me show you a real example. Last week, I needed to create a new no-show policy. The old way, I'd spend 45 minutes writing it, formatting it, editing it, second-guessing the tone. Instead, I opened ChatGPT and typed, quote unquote, create a professional but empathetic no-show policy for a private medical practice. Keep it under 200 words and include a rebooking process. 15 seconds later, complete draft. I tweaked 2 sentences, send it to my team. Total time, 3 minutes. Does that make sense, guys? I do this for everything. Post-op instruction letters, patient education handouts, email templates for my staff, SOPs so I stop repeating myself over and over, even outlines for videos like this one. What used to take 30 minutes to 3 hours now takes 30 seconds. That's not an exaggeration. That's reality. And now here's the biggest admin time suck nobody talks about. Phone calls. The average private practice misses 150 calls per month. Think about that for a second. That's 150 potential patients who called, got voicemail, and probably went straight to your competitor down the street. This is where voice AI becomes absolutely game-changing. I've built AI phone systems for practices that answer calls 24/7, qualify patients, book appointments, send confirmations, all without your staff lifting a finger. Your team still handles the complex, empathetic conversations, the ones that need human judgment. Let's go human in the loop. AI catches everything else. The after-hour calls, the overflow when your front desk is slammed, the simple I need to book an appointment calls. This is what I mean by augmentation. You're not replacing humans. You're removing the bottleneck. You're freeing up your staff to do what only they can do and letting AI handle the repetitive grind. So drop a comment right now. What admin task is eating up most of your time? Patient emails, phone calls, documentation? I want to know what's draining your energy the most. Problem number 2, you're sitting on data you don't understand. So most private practice owners are collecting tons of data: revenue per service, patient volume, conversion rates, no-show patterns, but you're too busy to actually analyze it. So you end up making decisions based on gut feeling instead of facts. Does that sound familiar? So let me give you a specific example from my own practice. Last quarter, I was trying to figure out which services were actually profitable, not just generating revenue, but the profit per hour of my time. What do I mean by that? I mean, which services give me the highest return on my most valuable asset, which is my time. I had all the data sitting in a spreadsheet, but I didn't have time to sit there with a calculator for 3 hours or how to analyze and all that. So here's what I did. I uploaded the spreadsheet to ChatGPT and asked, quote unquote, analyze this revenue data. Which service has the highest profit margin per hour of provider time? So 30 seconds later, AI showed me that my pain management consultation were generating 3 times more profit per hour than I thought. They were getting lost in the noise because they seemed like small appointments compared to the procedures. That one insight changed my entire Q3 strategy. I reconstructed my schedule to accommodate more consults for pain management, right? Trained my staff to prioritize them. My revenue went up to 22% without me working a single extra hour. So that's an example, but does that make sense, guys? You don't need a data analyst on staff. You don't need fancy dashboards or expensive software. You just need to know how to ask AI the right questions. Where am I losing efficiency? What's my patient lifetime value by referral source? What day of the week has the highest no-show rate? Well, AI analyzes it faster than you can open Excel. So this is the difference between guessing and knowing. So comment below, are you currently tracking your practice KPIs? Key performance indicators. Revenue per patient? Profit margins by service? If not, what's stopping you? Let's talk about it. Problem number 3. You can't keep up with marketing. So this is big. Here's the brutal truth. If you're not creating content in 2025, you are invisible. But you're also too busy running a practice to be on social media 7 days a week, posting, engaging, and filming videos. I get it. It's exhausting. This is where AI becomes a content multiplier. So listen to this. You can use AI to create all of your content, like blog posts, email newsletters, video scripts, social media captions, patient education materials, and train it to write in your voice, not like a robot, not like generic marketing copy, but just like you. So I've fed AI examples of my writing, my tone, my style, and now it generates content that sounds exactly like me. And my patients can't tell the difference. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's a way to take one piece of content, like this video for example, and use AI to automatically turn it into dozens of other assets across every platform. So one video becomes multiple short form clips for Instagram and TikTok, blog posts for SEO, email sequences for your list, social media content for engagement, and patient education materials for your practice, all generated and formatted automatically. I actually have an entire video breaking down this exact system. It's called How One YouTube Video Multiplied Through My Content Machine. Well, it's a complete step-by-step walkthrough with the actual tools, the workflow, automation, everything. So if you ever wonder how some doctors seem to be everywhere online without living on social media, this is exactly how they're doing it. I'll link the video at the end. It's one of the most practical pieces of content on this channel. So point is this, AI lets you create content once and multiply it everywhere. So you build a brand without the overwhelm. Does that make sense, guys? So quick poll in the comment. What's harder for you right now? Creating content in the first place or staying consistent with posting? Well, I'm genuinely curious where you're getting stuck, so I can help you. Well, now, if you're watching this thinking, TJ, this all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start, and I definitely don't have time to figure this out on my own. Look, I completely understand. That's exactly why I created Syndicate, which is my private community where I work directly with private practice doctors to implement these exact systems. And for a very limited number of doctors, I also take on private clients where I build and deploy these automations directly into their practices. Well, I'll tell you more about how to work with me in just a minute. But first, let me show you what this actually creates when you put all together. Here's what happens when you implement AI correctly for admin, for data analysis, and for marketing. You stop spending your evenings on busy work. You make better decisions because you actually understand your numbers. And you build a brand that attracts ideal patients without you being glued to your phone. This is the difference between a reactive practice and a proactive strategic practice. Between a practice that owns you and a practice that serves you. This is how you build a 7+ figure lifestyle practice. Not by grinding harder, not by seeing more patients, but by building smarter systems that multiply your leverage. This is shifting from effort-based income to leverage-based impact. I love that phrase. And that's what I help doctors do every single day. So before we wrap up, if you want to see the complete content machine breakdown I mentioned earlier, that video shows you the exact tools, the automation workflow, and gives you step-by-step checklist I used to turn one video to month worth of content. I'll link it right here. It'll show somewhere here at the end of the screen and in the description below. All right, so here's what I want you to do next. If you are ready to accelerate your practice profit without increasing patient volume, without working longer hours, I want to invite you to book a free Profit Accelerator strategy session with me. Here's what we are going to do on that call. We will analyze your current practice and identify where you're leaving money on the table. I will show you exactly how to increase profitability through better systems, positioning, and leverage. This is the hybrid concierge model I teach. And we'll map out a clear roadmap to get you there, whether that's joining my Syndicate community or working with me privately. I mean, this isn't just about AI consultation. This is about accelerating profit in your practice strategically. So check the link in the description below somewhere to book your free Profit Accelerator session with me and my team. So now before you go, smash the like button if you got value from this. Hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. I'm dropping new private practice growth videos every single week. Drop a comment answering this. If AI could take one task completely off your plate tomorrow, what would it be? Is that admin or marketing or data analysis? I read every single comment and I will actually address the most common answers in an upcoming video. So remember, build a smarter practice, not a harder one. Keep your AI game strong and your systems tight. This is Dr. TJ, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.